Mr. Share, editor at large, CNET. So you must be very, very familiar with the internet and memes if you're a journalist, right? You're totally familiar with internet culture. Press F to doubt. Okay, this is his pinned tweet. I've been watching a lot of YouTube recently. 410 likes and 1.3 thousand comments. You got ratioed, Share. Let's see. When looking up soy boy for my YouTuber's dictionary, do you mean from your YouTuber's dictionary? I didn't know the urban myth about soy increasing estrogen. If you're on the internet, you're a journalist on the internet, and you don't know the soy boy meme, you're lying. And then today, the New York Times busts another myth I've heard repeatedly since high school about period syncing. You got 1 like and 21 comments. Keep drinking that soy, chump. Don't ask questions, just consume products and then get excited for next products. That's from Red Letter Media. That guy's pretty funny. Red Letter Media guys are pretty funny because I'm sure they're left of center, but they're generally pretty fair in making fun of the left and the right. Alex says, how dare you speak about soy boys when your jawline? It's weaker than your argument and research. LMAO. New York Times, reputable news source? Definitely not. Bang up researcher you are, 2019 game journalism at its finest. I don't know what that is. Probably just to make you think of BS. A kitty seeing something humorous on the internet. But what is it like to be an actual soy boy? Details. That is an interesting question, Lord Sneck. What is a day in the life of Mr. Share like? It's probably not good. For game journalists, you sure don't give a crap about gaming. You are fake news. You're absolutely right, Mr. Hines. You sound like you haven't left the house in about a decade. How exactly are you supposed to be a journalist if you are so out of touch? Your buddy here can't get enough of that soy. This guy is a LGBT enthusiast of some sort who is also an enthusiast of very, very young children. He got busted in an FBI sting for being, let's just say, a scumbag who, how shall I say this without getting a 3-letter agency knocking on my door? I hope that a Middle Eastern group teaches him about gravity. Literally nobody. This BS tweet. According to the women I work for, it's a real thing. Period syncing. Interesting. You don't need the New York Times to tell you these things. Even a cursory look using Google will have told you this information. This is not a new information. Yeah, Cher knows that it's... okay, what that's all about. He knows what the definition of soy boy is. It would be almost impossible for him to be on the internet and not know it. Walter Cronkite would be proud. I'm sure Walter Cronkite was also left of center. But back in the 80s, people were better at keeping it, at least the appearance of being impartial. Soy is not a condition. Soy is a state of being, a lifestyle choice. And you are the premium soy by choice, friend. I can respect your commitment to embracing the soy lifestyle. Also, why the heck are you looking at period syncing? You male feminists are so weird and creepy. Yeah, they are. Male feminists are the worst people. Don't be a feminist. Don't be a male feminist. I think you can. What is it? Egalitarianism. Yeah. Don't trust male feminists. Stay away from them. I don't think anyone believes that literally does that anymore. They just use it to refer to soft millennial men. I had no idea that biological clock syncing was a crock. That always seems strange. Yeah, I don't trust anything coming out of the New York Times. It's only a myth to you because you are already a weak soy boy and a corporate shill, man. Ma'am. Yeah. This is a society in decline. You can't be 6'2" and expect people to call you by your pronouns. Or at least, yes, of course, you can, but it's going to take them a little while to understand that you want to be called by those pronouns. You have to give people time to get used to it. A little bit of doesn't look good, soy boy. Let's take a look at his other tweet that got ratio. Why are gamers so angry? Probably because the games are full of NPC garbage. Is that one of the reasons? Meet the Angry Gaming YouTubers who turn outrage into views. Not exactly outrage. They're just criticizing games. Wait, aren't you turning outrage into views? Yeah, I don't think you make any money off your Twitter, but you definitely make money off these clicks. So off of your CNET article, you've probably made, I don't know what, $200? Congratulations, buddy. Okay, Mr. Soyboy. Soy's out. Soy. Blah, 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 blah. Wait, aren't 240 characters longer than this? Why are you just doing paragraphs at a time? Okay. God, you love the sound of your... Is this the whole article on Twitter? Oh, this is when he's not a journalist. He's I guess a propagandist. He called the Quarterines advertisers and got them to cancel. That's not... Journalists used to believe in the concept of do no harm or minimize the damage. Journalists like Cher here are they're advocates for anything that they don't agree with. They're just the worst type of people. Update YouTube statement. We have strict policies. Blah blah blah. 27 likes, 137 comments. That's the skinny ratio. If anyone has any morbid curiosity on what this guy wrote, check out the archive provided by one of the subjects of the article, which lacks any self-awareness. Yeah, don't give him a click. Check his archive instead. Clear up that tweet. It's the article and journalist that lacks any self-awareness. He wrote an article about outrage in videos that itself would definitely cause outrage and get him more clicks. Right. I prefer to read trash on archive. Why does that need to be the quarter response? 381 likes. Not bad. Love your channel. Been a fan of your channel. Hoping the half Asian super lore can get something on the unethical practices used in the article. Most of these channels reflect how many gamers feel about AAA titles lately. When games are no longer about rich storytelling or good entertainment, and instead are designed around psychological tricks to make you spend more and more cash, loud protests are both valid and needed. Absolutely true. I wanted to like the article. It's an important topic. Sadly, it felt obvious that interviews were done under false pretense and that CNET's main intention was to shut down competitors who have the guts to report on bad practices that should concern every game journalist. Article also matches up valid criticism against aggressive monetization practices with anti-diversity ideologies, as if these topics were at all connected. This further reduces the sense of journalistic integrity and makes it feel purposely misleading and ill-intended. Majority of the Quarterines videos are engaging, well thought out, and reflective of the way gamers currently feel. They're not really that angry. His responses are usually calm and measured. Yeah, people just can't handle that others have different opinions anymore. One thing I loved about YouTube is being able to get a diverse range of opinions seemingly absent from mainstream media. Here's the thing about the journalists and the concept of back in the old days, back in the 90s, articles on websites would have commenter sections that were pretty fast and free and loose, I should say. And then suddenly these journalists, they don't want a dialogue, they want a monologue. They got rid of the comment sections. And then thankfully Gab came back with Dissenter so we can comment on anything and everything. If a game is launched, a garbage game, riddled with mistakes, it should be called out for what it is, garbage. In my point of view, they're doing a favor to the consumers. Yeah, 100%. As a gamer, I'm tired of paying full price for a broken game that is riddled with P2W garbage. Micros that are designed to take advantage. That's by microtransaction. Yeah, those are just nonsense. They're just fishing for whales with those. Thanks. I won't click on your article, but I appreciate the info on these YouTube channels. I haven't heard of most of them, but I'll be sure to check them out and give them a sub. Definitely check out the Quarterine on YouTube. And he also has a couple other channels. I forget the names though. Well thought out pieces. They never push hatred. Yeah, what is this hatred about a video game? They're criticizing garbage games. That's not... Bill Maher is right when he talks about the Twitter left and the rest of us liberals. This article exemplifies this. Most of us don't want censorship or to silence these people. Leave them be. I actually find the Quarterine refreshing, even though if I don't agree with everything he says. Joe Vargas, Angry Joe Show. Weird. In your article, you claim you attempted to contact me, and I didn't reply to a request for comment, but I can't find any emails from you nor tweets. Can you resend your original email? Thanks. Damn. Sounds like old media trying to crap on the new media. I haven't read anything on CNET in easily 15 years. I wonder why. New media, LOL. No, they are the new media. It's CNET. It was always just kind of a clickbaity place to download antivirus software. So I don't know. And yeah, CNET is definitely the old media. CNN is the old media. MSNBC and garbage. All right, it's burning out. CNET is still a thing. Probably not for long. I found them in Netscape Navigator. 2400 baud modem. I think I had a 1200 baud modem back in the day. I put some tinfoil on my head, jammed a coat hanger in it, and jammed a fork in a light socket. I had the hourglass on for about 20 minutes, but finally booted up. Yeah, there was an internet actually back in the 80s, believe it or not. Forgive me if I've misunderstood, but are you, an editor, advocating censorship of expression and withholding of ad revenue unless an article or video is positive? I'm not trolling, just clarifying. Also, I think you missed the point of mistransaction issue. Nice. Yeah. Answer is yes. It's a hit piece to silence YouTube content creators because CNET is losing viewership. He went into this with exactly that in mind. The hundreds of videos he watched was maybe more like 5 or 6. He's scum. Yeah, God, stay in focus. Come on. Garbage phone. Meet the smear merchant masquerading as a news editor. Journalism is dead. The old journalism is definitely on the way out. Notice how he talks about people as if he is above them, as if he is better than anyone else. He's pretty full of himself. Yep. There's hypocrisy contained within these articles. These guys are negative, so here's my negative opinion of them, which I think detracts from the more important issue. Criticism itself is fine. Reporting on a bad product or bad business practice and being negative about it is sensible. You should have focused more on the underlying agenda, though I know I'll get hate for this, but I'll continue. Anger, parody issues. Some have skits and costumes. They're talking about criticizing games. This guy is just trying to write hate pieces to get clicks, hopefully eliminate his competitors on YouTube. Yes, that's what Cher is doing. Why else would he contacted advertisers and ask them to review who they advertise to? It's pretty ironic. Yeah, that's what journalists do. They do it with some of them are calling Chase Bank to say, do you know you're dealing with bad people? And Chase Bank says, well, it's just easier for us to not deal with them. That's not journalism. That's not minimizing harm. That's advocacy. The journalists are advocating for a far, far left position. Hate piece about how people are getting rich off hate pieces. This is the content they would make if their subject matter wasn't the same. People provided them early access to review copies. How is this a hate piece? It specifically cherry picks information from interviews to write a negative narrative about these YouTubers. It tells us that these guys make hate pieces to stir up anger and get views, but the article itself is designed to do the same thing. Absolutely. The day I go to CNET for my gaming needs is the day I put down my controller. I never heard of CNET. Well, they were back in the day. I haven't been to CNET in decades, but I think there were a place where you just downloaded spyware stuff, anti-spyware stuff, and free software. Enjoy the lawsuit. I don't know if it rises to the level of defamation. I bet the lawsuit will come to his doorstep like the last guy Jeremy sued. He apologized for what he did, and I hope this guy gets the same treatment. And once Jeremy wins, this will teach these losers not to mess with him. Cher is a journalist with deep, deep pockets behind him. So the odds of him getting sued are slim. And as a journalist, he's probably very, very careful in what he says. I did read the article, but I don't remember if there's any defamatory statements in it. Summary: my name is Ian, and I get jealous of some YouTubers. So I did a shady stuff to silence creators I don't agree with, all in the name of the greater good. Yeah, there's a certain collection of journalists who, I was going to say need the William Shakespeare treatment, but I won't say that because I'll get in trouble. I'm sick of bloggers trashing new media because you can't get the same audience. Your former media is dying. I hope you get sued and lose for this article. I don't know if you'll get sued, but it seems like a blue check mark nobody with a laughable dying job is trying to be relevant in the industry. Yeah, you're right there. It is a dying industry. It reminds me of the Vox situation with Carlos Menza. Vox is striking for more money, but you're striking for more money, and the industry is shrinking. Something doesn't make sense here. Sounds like CNET are feeling threatened by people not giving a crap about mainstream media anymore, or getting sick of the ads, trackers, and cookies every time we want to visit them. Yeah, definitely have your ad block going. The dumbest thing I've read all day. Yep, pathetic. This editorial is garbage. The best time to delete this tweet was immediately after sending it. Second best time is now. No, well, yes, but the people like Cher and the journalists, they do think they're better than you. They are a weird group of people. Yeah, okay, I guess I should check the archived article to find out who these people are. Swing and a miss. Yeah, support the quartering. I'm glad I activated the ad blocker about Block Plus before I visited CNET. You have to when visiting that site. It's so bloated with ads and trackers that it takes over 30 seconds to load most of the pages and a minute or longer to finish loading altogether. When there's bozos like Cher, you want to use an ad blocker for you so you aren't supporting them, or grab an archived version. Yeah, CNET did not used to be that way, but I mean back in the day, if you go to CNN now and you see it's all this garbage ads, it would be 10 years ago, 20 years ago, it would be inconceivable to think that a news website would have garbage tier ads on it. But they do because they're in a dying industry. But anyway, this gave me a great list of new YouTubers to follow. You have wasted months of time watching YouTube videos to wrongly report many facts, but hey now, you have a hit piece. Congratulations on joining the ranks of mainstream media, not protecting the general public, but just trying to get your own clicks through ironically negatively. Want to hear a secret? You a bitch. Yes. CNET is garbage. Yeah, anyway, check out the, that's bait. Yeah, movie was disappointing. Check out the quartering on YouTube. Pay £60 for an unoriginal, unfinished, buggy game at expensive microtransactions. Treat your community and fans like dirt. Never listen to feedback. Think you know everything. Force your developers crunch, burn out. Wonder why gamers are angry. Yeah, this just goes on and on and on. Anyway, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Leave a like and a comment. Thanks for listening.